February the 12th, 2013, the Ganda Foundation hosted another heartwarming and inspiring charity fundraising dinner at the Nekon Thai restaurant in the Docklands of London. This event was held to raise funds for the Chilebede Primary School, a small village school in the Biekwa district, Uganda, East Africa. Various Ganda Foundation supporters and well-wishers filled the venue, which was located in a scenic location at the Royal Docks near Canary Wharf. There was plenty of delicious food and drink, some videos of the Ganda Foundation's work, live music from the Ganda Boys, and some inspiring testimonies from two of the Ganda Foundation's ambassadors, Maria Namuro and Clara Hudson. Very auspicious news was received by the assembled group that evening of a pledge from a new ambassador present, Dr. Farah Tonoli Khalil, who, out of the kindness of her heart, has now volunteered to become an active ambassador for the Ganda Foundation's ongoing campaigns. The whole fundraising evening was made possible by the donations and support of Steve Modi, a good friend and Ganda Foundation supporter, who offered the use of his venue and all the food and drinks in support of the cause. I want to first of all say a big thank you to the person that made all this possible here, which is Mr. Steve Modi. Steve. I think that Steve is getting a little soft spot for Uganda. What do you think, Riz? Yeah, definitely. And he's been hearing about some of the work we've been doing. And part of this evening is to give you an overview of why we started this work. And a lot of it has to do with that we came together in music. So we'll be having music and, showing our musical side too as part of the evening. As the evening went on, Maria Namuro, one of our current ambassadors, graced us with a testimony of how she became involved with the Foundation's work in Uganda, including her own background and past impressions of the Ganda Foundation campaigns.
Thank you all for coming. My name's Maria Namuro. I'm the former Miss Uganda UK and Miss Uganda World. I represented Uganda on an international level at Miss World in South Africa. Charity is a big part of my life, and I love giving back to the community, to the people. Women and children are my passion. I've connected with the Ganda Foundation from the beginning, from 2010, and the work that they have been doing and we have been doing has been hard work, but we've come a long way. I'm the ambassador for the foundation, and I go to Uganda on grassroots. I visited Chilebede Primary School. The children are ever so lovely, as you saw in the video, and the staff. I had the honor and privilege of this little boy who had cancer. His name is Dennis, and he was part of Malago Hospital, the Cancer Institute, but unfortunately he's now in heaven. But we did help him for his treatment from the tumor that was very big and became small. Also, another family, Agnes, who has HIV/AIDS, and her children, we helped her to get her business back on grassroots so that way she can support her family. The foundation work, I'm so blessed that everyone is here tonight. Everyone can be home, but you're here tonight supporting the foundation, supporting the children for the borehole. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. I'm privileged to be working with the Ganda Foundation, and I'm humbled that you're supporting the foundation and you're supporting the children. Thank you so much, and God bless you all.
Dennis, Craig and Dan added to the ambience of the evening by singing some of their emotive songs for the assembled guests as the Ganda Boys, very appropriate for the evening for their stories and the sentiment in their music. After the performance, Pastor Lincoln Kayiwa, a Ugandan community leader living in London, gave an account of how so little could go so far in a country like Uganda, thanking all the Ugandans present, and especially the Friends of Uganda for their support and caring.
When I grew up in Kampala, since Then I've returned to Uganda in different ways to do my bit. Again, on that first time that I went back home, I was overwhelmed by the needs. When you go into look in the face of Africa, when you go to the capital, things can look glossy. I mean, you go to the Serena Hotel, you won't remember whether you're in Africa or in Europe. But you just jump into the car and drive a little deeper into the village, and you are shocked at how much need there is and how so little can go so far in making a difference. I just remember flying back on BA. When we took off, I just buried my head in my lap and wept because I wept because I felt a little guilty. I felt relieved to leave because I was overwhelmed.
Clara Hudson gave a short talk of her 2 years of volunteering in Uganda, also describing her involvement with the Ganda Foundation and the difference she has seen it make in children's lives in Uganda.
Good evening, everybody. It's nice to see you all here. So, I've had the privilege of collaborating with the Ganda Foundation on several occasions now. It seems to have sort of sprung out of nowhere into a long-standing thing, really, which is really exciting and wonderful. So, as Craig was mentioning, my connection with Uganda started with volunteering at the Catalemwa Cheshire Home, which is a rehabilitation centre for children with disabilities. I first volunteered there as a student and came away thinking, I want to give something back, because I had such an amazing experience working with so few resources, but such wonderful people who were putting so much energy into everything they did for these children. So then, through several coincidences, I came across the Ganda Boys, and we organised some fundraising concerts. And from there, we raised the money, and I went back and we were able to build a new playground for the children at the Catalemwa Cheshire Home. I went back again in just last year in October, and it was great to see the playground was being used and things needed repairing, which is brilliant. That's what I wanted to see, because that means that the children are playing on it and they're enjoying it and they're getting everything out of it. While I was there, as you will have seen in the video, I had the opportunity to also go to the Chilibeda Primary School, and I was really amazed at the dedication of the teachers there, at how happy and involved and enthusiastic the children were, with nothing other than a very basic roof over their heads. And it's lovely to see the work that the Ganda Foundation had done there already, and to see and also see how much more needs doing as well. So I was really struck by the dedication of everybody at the school, and of how enthusiastic the children were, how happy they were with really so little. So I'm really happy to remain involved and to see this happening this evening to raise money for a borehole, because water's a basic human need. We all need water to survive. It's what we need to live, really. So for the children to be able to have water available, it's so important, and it's just a brilliant contribution to the school, I think. So I'm really happy to see this happening and to see you all here. So thank you very much.
Just to underpin again our deep appreciation to Steve Modi, to Riz, for having us here, and all the staff for providing this wonderful atmosphere and good food. Nancy Kataka hosted a successful auction of the new Ganda Boys album, which all helped towards raising funds for the freshwater borehole that is so needed at this little village school.
Yeah, thank you very much, Craig. Somebody over there whispered, are we going to auction Nancy? No, you made it loud and clear. The Ganda Boys album, Africa. Before I take off the auction, I'm very delighted to be here, and thank you so very much for everybody who's taken time out to come and be with the Ganda Boys family, or Ganda Foundation family. Of course, Dennis, Dan, Craig, and the beautiful Maria Namiro. Thank you so much for coming. And now let the auction begin.
Daddy was gone to the foreign land to work as a cleaner. Galiganye. Oh mama, mama, you love me, mama. Mama, you gave us the love and the support of mama. I didn't know that.